You're not gonna believe what I found out. There is more to the story of why I was banned. The letter said that Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you are new, welcome back if you're not. My name is Cece and welcome. Good morning, wherever you are. Today's video is gonna be a combination of a vlog style where I'm just gonna be chit-chatting and really going to be part 2 of my Louis Vuitton banned story. Now, if you haven't watched my last video where I talked about being banned from Louis Vuitton, I will link that for you guys here. Definitely recommend watching that video if you haven't already. I talked a little bit about my Louis Vuitton journey, which started with a defective bag back around 2020, 2021. As a result of exchanging that handbag, which was recalled, although I was never notified by Louis Vuitton, I was given a store credit in exchange for the equal value of that handbag for any item of my choosing. Long story short, I ended up getting a letter from the Louis Vuitton corporate office in Manhattan. In total, I want to say I was banned for about 3 years, and I did test it by going into the boutique, I want to say 3 years after receiving that letter, and I did attempt to make a purchase, and unfortunately my account was flagged in the store and I was unable to make the purchase. I was specifically told by the sales associate that the only option was to have either someone else purchase it on my behalf or forgo the item. I mean, I could have started a new account under my husband or a different name, and surely I could have purchased that way, but I was so turned off by the experience, I decided not to pursue purchasing from Louis Vuitton. That, coupled with the fact that I experienced a defective bag that was recalled without any notification, any heads up from the Louis Vuitton company, kind of left a bad taste in my mouth. And so I decided not to purchase from them for quite some time, up until recently this year, where I did successfully purchase a piece for my birthday. This is my Louis Vuitton Nano Speedy in the Murakami version. Now, this is a Murakami print that I have loved for so many years. I remember when this was first released, gosh, 15, 20 years ago. I couldn't afford it then, and I just loved it so much. I had to have it. It does complement my Nano Speedy, which was officially the last Louis Vuitton handbag that I purchased, and one of the only 3 that I have. So I will show you guys exactly which Louis Vuitton pieces are still in my collection, and I'm gonna give you part 2 of the story because I recently went into a Louis Vuitton boutique with a friend shopping for his husband's gift, and I got more to the story. Stay tuned because you're not gonna believe what I found out from this new sales associate. Let's go ahead and get right into today's video. I'm gonna start with which pieces I currently own. I'm not gonna talk about the pieces I purchased and let go. That's in my last video for you guys, so definitely check that out if you haven't. You've already seen the 2 Nano Speedies, so I'm gonna go through which other pieces I have, and then I'm gonna talk a little bit about the unexpected news I got from the new sales associate about my banning, why I was banned, and how to avoid it so that you know not to make the same mistakes that I made. A few of the items I purchased during that crisis, I would say, of me exchanging the handbag for store credit and having money to spend essentially on new items was, of course, the toiletry. I want to say this is the toiletry 19 or the toiletry 26. It's the largest of the toiletries. I also have the smaller size of the toiletries, and I'm so glad I got these because they are now discontinued. The variation that they make of them now is much more expensive. I use these for travel quite a lot. I actually use this for my last trip, so I have some items in here now. My mini travel size deodorant, favorite sunscreen stick, which is great for reapplying when you're not wearing makeup, and then some just like makeup random things in here. Ooh, there goes my lip gloss. I will typically leave that on my beauty counter in my bathroom so that I have access to it. And then here I have more. Oh, I forgot that I even had this. Oh wow, I haven't opened this in a while. So I have more beauty items from my last trip. Quite a lot actually. Oh, I have this Rare Beauty hand cream. It smells so nice. Rare Beauty stuff really smells so nice. Dior lip gloss. I love them. I highly recommend them. If you can find them on the pre-loved market in the original form, I would definitely recommend. This cosmetics case, which I love. I think it's so chic and so cute. I don't have anything in it other than the Nano Speedy stickers. I don't know, I must have thrown this in here. I tend to leave these that come with the item, the sticker with the barcode of the item and the coated fabric cowhide leather trim textile card inside. I don't know why, it's just a habit. I kind of leave all of the tickets and original tags and everything from each bag inside the corresponding bag. Must have swapped this one out. So I have this, and then I have my pochette accessoire, which I was able to get the year after COVID when there were still some limitations and restrictions. And of course, this was a highly sought after piece. I think I paid $600 for it. It's in the damier ebene, which I really love. And it's such a fun summer bag. I actually thought about letting this bag go. I almost let it go this year, but then I didn't. I held on to it, and I'm kind of glad I did, because it's really one of the very few Louis Vuitton pieces that I still have in my collection. And although I rarely reach for it, it is a nice to have piece. In terms of handbag, I really just have the Nano Speedies and my original Neverfull. I don't own any other Louis Vuitton handbags. One is the defects that people have been talking about with Louis Vuitton, the quality concerns, price increases, the fact that I'm paying so much money for not leather, but you know, although it's durable and it does last forever, it's just, I don't know. I can't justify it for some of the prices. I think I just tend to gravitate towards other brands. My taste has evolved over time, and I gravitate more towards leather bags. I gravitate more towards Chanel, Hermes, Bottega, and just other brands, Celine. So I don't know, but I really do love Louis Vuitton for its original heritage, which is the travel pieces, the trunks. They do have really cute pieces. They did come out with a new Neo Noe BB, which is adorable, and the all-in-one. Long story short, I went into the boutique just last week with a good friend of mine, and we were shopping for his husband's gift. I won't share what that is because he may watch. I'm just gonna say we were shopping. We were shopping. We were just browsing. The new sales associate we met was super chatty, super nice, very down to earth, very casual. He actually showed us that he had a P9 in the boutique and took it out just to show us. It was so cool to see up close and personal. I was able to get a little bit of footage, so I'll flash that up for you guys here. Long story short, after he helped us at the end of our visit, he was super great. He got us water. We were able to browse anything we wanted. I was able to compare the Neo Noe BB versus the all-in-one. And personally, I think I'm leaning more towards the all-in-one. I do love that Louis Vuitton is starting to include luggage tags with more and more of their pieces. They're just known for travel, the heritage of the brand. And I just love that they are leaning into that. I love the idea that you can have the luggage tag hot stamped. I love that it speaks to its true heritage, which is being a travel item. So I think I may lean towards the all-in-one. I don't know if I would go pre-loved or brand new. I may go pre-loved if the price is right. I did find one on Fashion File. Long story short, we did make a purchase. It was not for me. He was super, super nice. He gave us his information at the point that we were checking out. We looked at some small leather goods. We looked at some sneakers and shoes, and I just broached over the topic very jokingly how I was banned from Louis Vuitton. And he looked me up in the system. He said, "What's your name?" And I gave it to him, and I was like, I don't know if it'll be in the system, but he pulled me up, and sure enough it was. And he actually showed me all of my transaction purchases, all of my purchase history. And he looked into it and said, I know why you were banned. You had more than 18 leather purchases in a certain time span, and that flags the system. He said, however, the SA has full control over this. The SA that I was working with could have warned me, could have given me the heads up, and could have prevented the banning from happening. What he basically shared is that yes, the number of purchases within that time frame did flag something in the system. However, the SA has discretion to bypass that so that the purchaser can continue to make purchases if they would like. He basically assured me that that would never happen if I shopped with him. I would be able to make however many purchases I want, which I'm not planning to do. That was a one-time isolated incident because of what happened with the defective bag and having the credit, having to make all these purchases because of the credit that I was granted. I'm probably not going to be purchasing like that ever again. But it is nice to know that the SAs do have discretion in these areas, could have warned me and prevented it. So it further shows that the SA I was working with was really not looking out for me, which just kind of, I don't know if it leaves even more bad taste in my mouth, because I feel like it's hard to find a good SA to begin with. When you finally find one that you gel with, that is down to earth, that is like willing to help you and look out for you, those are few and far between. And a lot of them tend to be a little condescending. Some of these SAs think that they are God's gifts and that they are better than you because they work for the brand or they work for the boutique. And the reality is we're all people. Just treat me like a regular person and I will treat you like a regular person. We will have a mutual, very respectful, pleasant relationship. There's no need for the condescending smirks or remarks or behind my back type of attitude. So what I'm guessing probably happened is the SA I was working with was annoyed with me reporting the defective bag. And while yes, that person helped me return the bag because the bag was defective and was recalled, even though I didn't receive any notification, they had to take the bag back and they did, and they gave me the credit. But I guess they got annoyed with me making purchases to make up for that credit that I was given. Now, full disclosure, the bag that I returned was valued at, if I'm not mistaken, $5,000 at the time, back in 2020, 2021, before some of the more recent price increases. If you're purchasing pieces like this, which I think went for, I don't know, $800 at the time, maybe $700, it's going to take you a bit to get to $5,000. The bag that I had was the Montaigne in the Empreinte leather. It was one of the first leather pieces that I ever purchased from them. It was full leather, all black. It was my college graduation gift to myself. I was very sad to have to let that bag go because of the defects. Now, the defects included several things, including excessive wear and tear, dents to the glazing. The leather was just like bending and not wearing correctly. It's all included in my original video. I have pictures of it in detail, so you'll see it up close and personal. And the brand knew that it was defective and issued the recall, did not notify me. They obviously took the bag back because they knew it was defective. They would not have taken it back if it was not defective. But they still gave me a hard time about using up my credit, which I don't understand. The moral of the story is it sounds like the SA was somewhat involved or could have been more involved in my favor and wasn't. I don't think the SA is with the brand any longer, but I don't even want to go back to that boutique after that. This was a different Louis Vuitton boutique. It was not the same location. And again, it was a brand new SA who was lovely, super, super down to earth, super upfront with me, which I really appreciated. He kind of laughed at the fact that I was banned, like, oh my gosh, I can't believe that happened to you. That should never have happened, is basically what he said. If you were my client, that would never have happened. I would have looked out for you and I would have made sure of it. And you need not worry, like, we can work together and you can make as many purchases as you want. I have full disclosure and I will make sure that you don't get banned. And I really appreciated that. I am not looking to come into the boutique and buy 18 leather goods in a matter of 4 weeks. That's not what I'm looking to do here. Again, this was an isolated incident. It was as a result of the defective bag and me having to rack up purchases to make up for it. Long story short, the only two bags I am considering right now are the Neo Noe BB and the All-in-One. I am leaning more towards the All-in-One, although I still would love the Nice BB. It's something that I've had my eye on for so many years now, including way back then in 2020. And I just never bothered to jump on it because I don't know, I ended up getting all these things. I'm really glad that we were able to get to the bottom of it. And I finally have a little bit of closure. I have closure now. I finally know why they banned me. We got to the bottom of it. And now I know so that you don't make the same mistake that I did. I hope you guys found this video helpful. If you did, please be sure to give it a thumbs up and don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button down below. I'm going to leave 2 additional videos for you guys at the end. Stop by, say hello, drop a comment down below. If you're surprised, if you're not surprised, if this has happened to you, if it hasn't happened to you, I'm so curious to know. Let me know down below. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, bye guys.